There are some people out there who are gifted by God to not have a sweet tooth. But for most of us, we're not as privileged as you, and it's these sweet things that get our desires, that when we see them, we want them. You know, the story of Hansel and Gretel and the house that's made out of candy is just a dream to us of, oh, we would love to go and just gnaw down on that. Our favorite table at Thanksgiving is the dessert table to go to. And we're going to read a proverb that has something to say with those of us that can connect with that idea. If you don't happen to have a sweet tooth, then you're going to have to replace this idea of sweets with something that does get your heart pumping and the excitement and the desire to have more of it. So whatever that might be for you. But even those of us that love sweets, we probably can resonate with maybe times at Thanksgiving where we've shared a large meal together and we haven't even touched the dessert plates yet. But we're already full, and we'll make that statement of, I have to let this settle first. The sweets aren't really even all that tempting right now because we're so full in the moment. And there's a proverb that speaks about this that helps us maybe resonate a little bit better with this proverb if we think of it in terms of that feeling we might have when even the sweet treat doesn't sound good anymore. Before I read the proverb, maybe again another analogy for some of us, whether we remember our childhood or maybe a couple days ago, or for the youth, what you're going through right now. Maybe you have a time that you got together for a birthday or just going over to a friend's house and you were allowed to have as much candy as you wanted. And it was awesome at first and you ate it all, but there came a point where you're just like, I can't eat any more candy. It just doesn't even sound good anymore. Well, then you can really resonate with Proverbs chapter 27 in the 7th verse. One who is full loathes honey, but to the one who is hungry, everything bitter is sweet. So the proverb here is contrasting two different types of people. And he says that the one who is full, he's going to loathe honey, no desire for it. The same way of when we're full at Thanksgiving or when you've had too many sweet treats, you don't even desire that sweet taste anymore. This is getting across the idea, this metaphor is being used to emphasize contentment. When you feel content with everything that you have in this life, you're not going to desire more things that you think are going to bring you pleasure. That's the idea of sweetness. You recognize the gifts that you have, you're privileged to have them. That everything that you have, you don't deserve, but again, it's a privilege. So you're content. You're not out there trying to find things or desire things in your life that you do not have. Because whatever you have, you're appreciative of those things. And anything extra that is given to you, you can rejoice and be excited about, but you recognize that you don't need those things. And that's a great thing. We're told elsewhere in the Bible that godliness with contentment is great gain. Reminding us that we have brought nothing into this world and it's certain that we can carry nothing out. So we are content with the things that we have been given. But the author of Proverbs, he contrasts this with another individual, the one who is hungry, the one who's not content but wants more. And it forewarns of the person that is always wanting more, that is never content. Even the bitter is sweet. Even the things that are not going to be it for them, that are going to be detrimental maybe even for them, are going to seem like a good idea because they always want that one more thing. We have to be so cautious of that when we're trying to reach out for things outside of what we have because we think that's going to bring us pleasure or that's going to make us happy. Because the author of Proverbs is warning, it just might be the thing that's going to destroy you. But it doesn't even have to be that bad. It could just be that it's just not valuable. We can see this in our consumeristic society. We all are going to have this this sense inside of us where we desire something that we do not have, because that's how our country kind of operates with consumerism. We have commercials and all those things telling us of this thing that you don't have yet that's going to make your life so much easier. It's going to make your life so much better. You're going to have so much fun with this. And we've all had it probably rise up inside of us if we see that thing and we're like, oh, I so want that. That would be so cool to have. And so we go out, we purchase it. And yes, it is so awesome and great for the first couple of weeks that we have it. But then we kind of got used to it. But then we see this next commercial and go, oh, that thing over there is so cool. I need that. I want that. That's why so many of our houses are packed full of things. Now, it's not wrong to go out and buy those things. I mean, that's what keeps the economy going. There is a sense of where we need that with groceries, and it's not bad to do it for fun things. But we have to be very careful with those things. Not everything is bitter and going to destroy our lives, but not everything is going to be what we thought it was going to be. That's why people who play video games have a slew of video games, right? There's always that next one that's going to be better. Or I got tired of playing this one and I want this other one. Or I'm tired of playing this kind of genre game, I want to play that one. We do that with books that we read. I already read that book, I don't want to read it anymore, so now I need to go out and buy another book. Or the author just made another book in the series, so I'm going to go out and get the next one. Or we do it with technology. Oh, this is such awesome technology for the time. I need this, I want this, and oh, I need this technology now to go with this because I can make it even better with this. Or, ooh, there's this brand new technology that I want to go and do here. Or there's this new style of phone and it has these new features, so I'm going to upgrade my phone. Again, none of these things do I mean are bad in and of themselves. We just have to be very careful with them. Making sure that we understand that these things are gifts that are not deserved. They're privileges to be able to have. That we want to live our lives like that first part of that proverb. That we are content. Because if we're content, then we're not going to desire the honey. It's not going to bug us that we don't have that thing yet. We can save up for it. We can wait for it. We can just be appreciative that we have it instead of saying that we need it or it's owed to us to be able to have that. And this application obviously goes even further than consumerism. It can happen in relationships, on what the give and take is in a relationship and what we expect back from another person. Expectations is not being content. It's having a desire that might be actually a selfish desire. It happens with rules and regulations that are brought down. It happens in the work environment. Everywhere that we're in life, we have the option to be content or to be hungry and to always want more. So as we go through this week and the weeks to come, may we guard our hearts as we become frustrated or angry or whatever it might be in these moments, and stop and ask ourselves, am I not being content here? Because if I was content, I wouldn't even desire the sweet honey. I'm just happy with what I have. Or am I being the one that is hungry, that's needing something more? It's not enough what God has given me. There's something out there that I'm lacking, and if I just get it, then I will be happy. Let's try hard as we move forward now to look at this world as content, and it is going to bring us so much joy, because the lack of contentment is going to rob us of joy, because we always are going to think that other thing will bring us the joy. We need to recognize we already have the joy with everything that God has given us, and everything that we have been given has been a gift, and everything that is out there to receive is a potential gift, but we don't need it to be happy, to be joyful. Thank you for tuning in this week. Sorry to those of you that love the activities. It is Carrie and I's anniversary this week, and I decided to take a step back so I could spend some time with her. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry that we don't have an activity this week. Hopefully we can bring it next week. Have a blessed rest of your week, and thank you for tuning in.